thank all those who have contributed to the debate, and in such a positive manner on most occasions. And can I take this opportunity to congratulate those behind the WASPI for the work they have and are doing to raise the awareness of this wholly unsatisfactory state of affairs. Legislation passed by the UK Government has meant that some 2.6 million women in Britain had their state pension aid delayed by up to 6 years. This change took place without those affected being adequately informed as to the consequences and without proper notice by the DWP, leaving them little time to adequately prepare for their late retirement date. Indeed, after the 1995 legislation, the DWP was still sending out correspondence quoting the retirement age for women as being 60. The original legislation saw women's state pension age rise from 60 to 65 by the year 2020. However, this was amended by a further act in 2011 and bringing it forward to 2018 and raising it to 66. Both the changes to the law and the failure to communicate the consequences of the changes to those affected has led to many women across the country being left without adequate pensions after retirement. Many are now near destitute or living on meagre incomes. Vicky Howells made the point that these women, those women who are all around us, including relatives and friends, and outlined the disinformation available to WASPI women. Nick Ramsey pointed out that this all began in 1995. He also again made reference to the misinformation, and as we would expect, said that this was made both under Tory and Labour governments. Sian Gwenthling quite rightly congratulated the work of WASPI groups across Wales and expressed her support for those groups. Michelle Brown said women built their lives around retiring at 60, only to find very late in the day in many cases that the goalposts were being moved, with great disadvantage to WASPI women. Dawn Bowden concentrated on the misinformation or non-information. I must say that, and I have great respect for Dawn, that her criticism of UKIP, so-called non-involvement, ignored the fact that the Labour Party were not involved until WASPI came into being. And of course, the Labour Party had 13 years to repeal the 1995 Act and did not do so. Jane Hutt also spoke of WASPI groups, and she outlined the rally in Cardiff and her desire to help to carry on fighting the cause. Julie James said that many of the WASPI women, and nobody had brought this out actually, would have been in part-time and low-paid work, which makes their position with late pension even more disastrous. It was good to hear that she will, and I think I can use this phrase, redouble her efforts to influence the UK Government, and she was quite comprehensive in pointing out some of the interventions that the Welsh Government are attempting to make life easier for WASPI women. We in UKIP call upon this chamber to put pressure on the UK Government to put in place resources and or change the legislation to alleviate the suffering of these women, many of whom have worked all their lives and contributed considerably to the wealth of this country. I urge you to support this debate.